the best. I learned from the
Yeah,
best.
y'all aren't up, right?
Y'all come on
A woman
in.
of all trades.
Now we're all talking, right? What?
There we go. We're all on.
Not me.
You are
You
on.
are.
You're just on a separate channel. Sorry y'all had to listen to all that. We're figuring things out. This is the first time we've had 3 people here for Let's Talk Thursday. So welcome in. As you can see, it's a work in progress.
Hello.
Yes, let's all introduce ourselves.
Go.
I'm Matt Williams. Oh, wait, no, the identity crisis. I'm Liz Coe.
You're definitely not Matt Williams.
I don't think so.
I'm Johnny Asian.
You're well, I'll take that compliment.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I love it.
And I am Johnny Asian, the real Johnny Asian.
Oh.
So what are y'all talking about?
So it's Let's Talk Thursday.
Okay.
Lots going on in the world of Louisiana, including the Delta variant. Now, we have now been in the world of COVID-19 for more than a year now. But in 2021, we live in a world where vaccines exist, right? We've got 3 types of vaccines. Is it the end-all be-all? No, but it is an extra layer of protection. And this is not, you know, a spiel to say you have to go get it. It's a personal decision, but it is that extra layer that we all need to move forward, especially with this Delta variant. So we were kind of talking about, well, what are we going to talk about today? Hearing about the impacts of this, hearing about what it's doing to children, it's anxiety-inducing. It's scary a little bit to talk about.
It is scary. Definitely scary. And we actually had a poll up on the website earlier this week that actually asked if you had COVID before, would you be willing to be vaccinated again? And I was really surprised at the number of no's that we had.
That is actually, 53% said no. 36% said they would get vaccinated. What do
I
you
had
think?
COVID in December, and I don't ever want that again. I got vaccinated. My doctor said if you had COVID, you're going to be. We know for sure you're at least 4 months good, maybe longer than that with the antibodies from the initial COVID. But so he waited for about 3 or 4 months and called me and said we're going down our list because I was on a list in my doctor's office. He went down the list and he said, we're going to be calling you in a few months. So the nurse called and she said, do you still want this shot? And I said, well, why wouldn't I? And she goes, well, I don't know. She said about every 3rd person down the list that wanted to be on the list originally were saying, I'm going to wait.
Really?
I'm going to wait.
Wow.
It's new technology. The Pfizer and Moderna apparently are new technology. And that the Johnson & Johnson is an older technology, but they're all 3 very effective against getting the real bad cases of COVID. But now there are people that have gone to my doctor and said, I got the Johnson & Johnson, I'm fine with that, but I want the Moderna or the Pfizer technology in my system. You know, so it's been studied. They've been studying, doing studies for a SARS vaccine for a long time. So this is not something that they just started working on since COVID. But I got to tell you, though, with this Delta variant, if we don't do something to eradicate it, and one of the easiest things we can all do is get vaccinated, we're going to have the situation like we did last March, April, May, June, where this thing takes over everything again. People need to take what I say with a grain of salt, though, because I've got an anxiety disorder, so I worry about everything. But this is something to worry about. It's something that we can do something about.
Especially because we're seeing children, more cases of children ending up in the hospital with more severe cases of it. That's what's alarming, is if a parent doesn't get the vaccine, their child most likely won't get it either.
Right.
So we've got more people as we go back to school this fall, as we open up Tiger Stadium, as we go back to football games and concerts and theaters. What is that going to look like with this new variant that's spread more easily? I don't know.
Do y'all think we may go back to a mask mandate?
That's a really good question. I don't think it's off the table. I think it's a possibility to do again. Honestly, I still wear one when going to certain stores.
I do as well.
If I feel like there's too many people,
Definitely.
See, I would agree with that because we just don't know. I mean, the original strain was starting to become less and less and become eradicated or whatever, and now we have the Delta variant that is more contagious. If you get it, it can be more severe. If you get it, it can last longer. So I just don't know, man. I got a friend of mine that does, he and his wife do mission trips.
Oh, cool.
And before they go, every other summer, and before they go out of the country for a mission trip, they call their doctor and say, I'm going to this place for this long. And they go in, and the doctor walks in with a tray of syringes and pops them with 3 or 4 or 5 different inoculations for the country that they're going to. And they feel puny for a couple of days, and then they get on the airplane and go, and they're fine. So I'm not understanding the hesitancy about getting a vaccine.
Yeah.
I'm the biggest chicken in the world, and I got mine.
Now, I know a lot of people are saying that maybe that a lot of people are hesitant because the FDA hasn't fully approved it. What do y'all think about that?
I think.
Don't get me started.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of things that
That was
the
the
FDA
reason I
should
took it.
reweigh. Well, that's one way of looking at it.
That's another conversation for another day.
Thank you. Keep us on track.
Well,
She's our
we need
executive
we
producer.
do need somebody to keep us on track because we can get off the rails pretty fast. When you think about how quickly this virus came about, right? As of March, as of January of last year, we were just learning about it. A year later, we had vaccines. I think that's pretty impressive. I realize, yes, it is skeptical. Well, 1 year is not enough time.
Right.
Not enough time for people's trials to tell you what it's really going to do. Personally, my personal belief is that if this vaccine is going to have me have a less severe case of COVID or prevent me from catching it in certain places, I am willing to take that risk compared to what it's going to do to me 5-10 years down the line. That's a lot to think about.
My 86-year-old mother, she's so awesome. She took the vaccine. She's fine. My mom's 86. She looks 56 and acts 36.
She does. She's got a young heart.
We call her JoJo. That's her middle name, Joe, Barbara Joe. So JoJo, we have cousins in my family in Beaumont, Texas that will not vaccinate, even the flu vaccine, nothing.
Yeah.
Big anti-vaxxers. And my cousin called my mom and said, I heard you took the vaccine. You might have problems with this later. And she goes, honey, here's the deal. If in 2 years you hear a commercial, call the Sokoloff Law Firm if you took the Pfizer vaccine, she goes, 2 things. Number 1, it'll be good on both accounts. I'll be protected from the virus, and I might have money coming.
Win-win. I'm telling you, when you told me that, I love the way she thinks. That's glass half full.
Yeah, but look, and that's one of the big reasons that I took it. If it meant I get to go home and see mom,
Right.
give me a vaccine.
Right.
I was away
Definitely
from her
wanna
for
be
15 months. I didn't see my
It's a
mother.
long time.
That's
And
a
that
long
is,
time.
for our family, if you know our family, that's incredible.
Y'all are close, too. But to think, we wouldn't even be able to stand here right now together unmasked if we were not, all of us were not vaccinated.
Right.
Mhm.
That's just, it's
Well,
hard to think of going backwards because of personal choices that we could all be making.
And don't fuss at us for being pro-vaccine. We're trying to do our part to eradicate this thing so we can all get back to some degree of normal. We are not back to normal yet at all.
Right.
So,
We will see. But with this new variant, there is a bigger push not only from our state government with the Shot at a Million vaccine campaign. That's coming out. We're going to find out the winners tomorrow. The White House also putting out a big push, even getting pop stars. I believe Olivia Rodrigo was at the White House yesterday, but they really want young people. That's who they're trying to focus in on because young people like to migrate. They like to travel. They like to get busy
Yes,
and be
we
around
do.
people.
Like to go
Yes,
around
we do.
Yes, we do.
That's why they're trying to push the vaccine amongst the youths.
Look, and locally, and I promise I'll do this. If you email me here at the station and you're nervous and want somebody to literally hold your hand while you get the vaccine, I will meet you. I will meet you there. I've already
Bless.
done this
Always
with
have
2 or
a
3
friend in
people.
Johnny.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely serious.
That's really, so consider that. If you are scared, or even if you just want to talk to somebody who's gotten it, who may have been nervous about
Who's
getting
the
it.
big chicken?
Right, and we were nervous about getting it at first. We didn't want to be the first ones to get it,
Me
right?
more so than others,
Right.
but yeah.
But now we've gotten it.
I have a
certainly feel
formally
protected.
diagnosed anxiety disorder. Many of you know this. Formally diagnosed when I was 14 years old. It's only kind of gotten worse as I've gotten older. So can you imagine putting somebody like me in the middle of a pandemic and then an unproven vaccine? It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay.
You heard it here.
Of babes. I love it. Someday we will talk more about anxiety because what we do is anxiety-inducing day to day in our world. So I feel like you would have some wise words to share with people.
There's some words.
Yes. Well, we all have
least.
words, but you're wise. Yes. The wisdom.
Thank you.
Wisdom.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, I think that's about it for Let's Talk Thursday. Yeah, we've got meetings to get to. We've got the rest of the day to plan out. So our team is ready for 9 News at Noon with Scotty Hunter. Thank y'all for coming on today. Johnny A. and Autumn Payton, our executive director, executive producer of OTT is what we call WAFB Plus, and Johnny A. of Asian Nation and 9 News This Morning and WAFB.
And Liz Coe.
Well, Yes.
It's your money and 9 News This Morning, among
Thank you.
many other things.
Well, we are a team here, and I'm grateful for them.
Matt, get well. Come back. We miss you.
Please,
We
please.
miss you, Matt.
We do.
Get
We'll
well
see
soon.
next week, hopefully. Y'all have a good day.
Have a good one, guys.
Bye.